Temperatures dropping quickly over the next 48 hours as an Arctic blast brings snow flurries to the natural state. Good evening. Thanks for choosing KARK. I'm Brittany Johnson. And because we are your weather authority, we're on top of the situation. KARK4's Pat Walker joins us now live with the latest. Pat, how cold and how soon?
Authorities confirm a man drowned trying to save his sister near Bird Island. And that's where we find KARK4's Drew Petrimo. Drew, what can you tell us now about how this may have happened?
A parent woman is helping to control the out-of-control animal population in Saline County.
I'm glad your family's finally on here, but they came along with the heat, so I don't know. It might be their
they're not looking forward to it.
She actually printed out this receipt here to mark the time of when they called 911.
Testing by the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality found toxic compounds near that spill site were not in the air long enough to cause a long-term health effect.
Oh, I thought by May I wouldn't need my coat anymore. I'm going to maybe even need it next weekend, too, because we could have more record temperatures next Monday.
I may need it. It's pretty warm.
Yeah, we'll need it. You need it tomorrow.
KARK's Drew Petrimo is live in the studio. Drew, what do deputies know about what could have set this dog off? 6 Arkansans lost their lives due to recent weather events, and many others suffered property damage, but a couple in Pencil Bluff, they're calling what happened to them a story of survival.
A Mayflower family is together tonight, thanks to the help of someone they're now calling a guardian angel. Listen to this.
Yeah, listen up.
It's an incredible story at the University of Memphis where there have been a lot of changes over the last 50 years, but one thing that stayed the same is the Bat Boy.
We all ran through that start line. Thank goodness we finished because it was so hot, Pat. Fun, but very, very hot out there.
You finished and got a shower to get all the paint off.
Oh, right. We still have a little bit. If I look pink, sorry, it's from that race.
Well, right now, Donna, there are state leaders and community members who are on the steps of the state capitol. You can see here right behind me, there are hundreds of people here.
Bob, right now, County Judge Buddy Valine says the Broadway Bridge is rotting and they have to make some really necessary upgrades.
When people think of bath salts, this is one of the items they're thinking of. You might consider them maybe crystal beads that you could put in your bathtub. You can see where they're so light that they would probably dissolve. Hey there, Bob. Yes, the wind has picked up here a little bit, but still no rain. Still, these people, they're not taking any chances. They are already preparing. The rescues in this area are complete. They're actually carrying away an elderly couple right now that was just rescued from their home. It was knocked off of its foundation.
Story you'll see only on KARK. And Brittany, people there are petitioning for change there.
They are, Bob. They've been through so much. Just within the past year, residents have dealt with a huge fire, flooding, most recently a neighbor down the hall dead and deteriorating. Unfortunately, according to this police log, that's not all.
Pure hell.
This is how Herman Crutchfield describes his apartment.
We got people coming off the street, sleeping in the stairway.
He's not alone.
I'm not paying over $585, damn near $600 to live in this kind of.
Vietnam War veteran Chester Brown says he'd rather go back to being homeless than stay here.
Now, I told him I'd go back to the pub. I ain't got to live like this.
Nearly a year after a fire ripped through Plaza Towers, the building is under new management, but exterior damage remains, along with complaints about leaks, appliances that don't work, and too many reasons to call police.
We requested 3 months of calls from Plaza Towers to Little Rock Police. Here are the reports. There are dozens of calls. You've got disturbances, assaults, harassment, and on the very last page, the most recent, police found a dead body Tuesday.
An 85-year-old died from natural causes in his room on the 5th floor.
They thought it was a dead rat.
But it took 2 weeks to notice. By then, the smell greeted anyone getting off the elevator. Tired of neglect,
Everybody signed it.
Residents are signing a petition pushing for more security. As soon as they showed us their maintenance concerns, a repairman showed up.
You have to get the carpet cleaned.
The men are hoping they'll follow through after the cameras are gone.
We deserve to be treated right.
We called Ledick Management, the company that owns Plaza Towers and a few other properties throughout Little Rock. No response yet, but the manager on site says that they are looking into getting new security cameras for the property and also assigning floor captains to help cut down on concerns and these calls to police. Back to you.
Copper theft continues to be a steady problem in Saline County. In a story you'll see only on KARK, Brittany Johnson shows us how thieves may be robbing an elderly woman of a chance to move into her new home. Brittany?
Well, Jessica, you may remember just a few weeks ago, copper thieves broke into the Saline County Animal Shelter, that time causing thousands of dollars in damage. Well, they also hit the house next door, and instead of pets, this time it's people who may be forced out.
We're buying the house. Neat.
85-year-old Laverne Arnold thought she'd found the perfect home, made of stone with enough room for big family visits.
My great-grandson, my grandson, my granddaughter, a place for them to relax.
We were really, really excited. We knew God gave it to us. Simple.
But just a few weeks away from sealing the deal,
this is where they broke in, right here. And this is the only window he's going to repair.
They found this. Piece by piece by piece, thieves ripped apart the AC unit, tearing apart all the copper they could, leaving the family to pick up the pieces. And the tab.
Made it where it's not livable at all. You can't live somewhere without a heat and air unit and any electricity. It's just impossible.
First Arkansas Bank, the old mortgage company, had an insurance adjuster check out the damage.
They've only offered us so far $4,000.
But another company told the family replacing the AC unit alone would cost $4,700. That's not including wiring and other electrical damage inside the home.
I just can't have Mom doing that. That would cost us thousands.
Thieves got away with roughly $700 worth of copper, but with just 2 days left before they're supposed to close on the house, the lasting effects of the crime could be much more costly. We spoke to the family's contact at First Arkansas Mortgage Company, and he told us that he is now willing to go back and to ask the insurance company to take another look at additional estimates.
What an arm!
Silas and Matthew Ellis are true daddy's boys.
They're always together.
Their father, Scotty, teaches them to play sports, maneuver the outdoors, and what to do in case of emergency.
He's always told them, you're going to be a man one day. You might as well start now. Start practicing now. And they proved it.
Those lessons meant more than ever Wednesday, as the boys were riding this four-wheeler with their father when it flipped over.
That's right, broke this. It got off track somehow, and then the four-wheeler started going into the bushes, so I stuck my head out to see.
When the boys got up, they saw their father couldn't.
I got up, and he said I broke my neck, so he told me to get the phone out and dial my mom's phone number.
But they were so deep in the woods, the calls wouldn't go through. Next, Matthew called 911 and held the phone to his dad's head for hours. These were some of Scotty's first words to the dispatcher.
I don't know where I'm at. I just know it's Wild Mountain Country Club. I'm about to pass out. My sons are on the phone.
It was getting hard for my dad to breathe. Because he hit the tree and he landed on a fire ant pile.
Terrified of ants, the 6-year-old acted as a guard, taking the fiery bites just to keep them from his dad.
The coat was sort of right there.
Meanwhile, his younger brother Silas, who's afraid of the dark, didn't flinch when asked to hold down his part of the mission.
They told me to stand on the side of the road until the cops come.
Never cried, never whined, never asked a question, just did it.
After 3.5 hours, rescuers found them and swept Scotty off to the hospital.
Kisses, guys. I love you.
While Scotty is severely injured, his wife thanks their little heroes that he's still alive.
I'm so proud to know that they've already learned one of the biggest values I've tried to instill in them is to put others first. And in this case, it saved somebody's life. Not just somebody, it saved my husband's life. It saved their daddy.